This pregnant woman has been walking for a long time, but she never found the exit. At this moment of despair, suddenly a cabin appeared not far away. She went in to check it out. Not only was there no one inside, and it was very poorly furnished. Perhaps her stomach was too hungry. She subconsciously began to search for food. At that moment, the owner of the cabin came back. He didn't notice the woman's presence, and the woman was smart enough to hide under the bed. When the man left with the axe, the woman took the opportunity to escape from the cabin, but she didn't run more than a few steps. She was blocked by the man. The woman turned around in fear, but tripped over a branch on the ground. When she came back to her senses, the man was standing behind her with an axe. She expected the next scene to be gory, yet the man helped pick up the shoes. Obviously he had no intention of attacking the woman. They came to the cabin. The man tended to the woman's wounds, and found out her name was Lisa. Lisa said she and her husband were passing by yesterday when their car broke down. Since her husband hadn't returned from his trip to the gas station, that's why she had no choice but to go into the woods. The man who called himself Tom listened and thought. Then he said that he also came here because his car broke down, and he'd been trapped for days. The weird thing is, there's no way out of this forest. No matter where he went, he always came back to this cabin. These words frightened Lisa. She wanted to go out and keep looking for her husband. Tom said it was very cold. It would be dangerous to stay out there, so the best thing to do was to stay here, to be on the safe side. Lisa decided to go back to see if her husband had returned. The enthusiastic Tom also came to the scene together. After confirming that the car was completely out of gas, he made a sign in the neighborhood. Lisa left a message for her husband with a pen and paper. The two of them took the blankets from the car and went home. Night fell quickly. Tom and Lisa made a fire in the cabin and spent the night in peace. The next day, Tom went to the place where his car had broken down. He wanted to siphon gasoline out for Lisa so that everyone could leave as soon as possible. But as he was going back to his car, there was a sudden gunshot. He fell to the ground in shock. The gasoline was spilled. It seems that there are other people in the forest, and they had a gun. Tom didn't dare to stay. He decided to go back to the cabin first. Lisa heard the shot. She saw a woman lying on the ground. Lisa did not think too much and dragged the woman into the room, and quickly woke her up with a fire. The woman was puzzled by her situation. Then she picked up a wooden stick to defend herself. Lisa did not know what she was talking about, so she told her what was going on here. The woman calmed down. She introduced herself as Anna. At that moment, Tom came back. He saw the stranger and asked her who she was. Anna got up and gave her name. He asked who the man was. Tom didn't answer. He told Lisa to keep an eye out, for by the sound of gunfire he surmised there might be danger. Anna was enraged by the man's disregard. Then she accused Tom of being a pervert. She and Lisa are trapped here because of this man. Tom didn't say anything. He said he could either stay and do as he was told, or get the hell out of here right now. Hearing the cold wind outside, Anna chose to keep her mouth shut. On the third day, Tom went out again to look for a way out, and sat down in a tree to mark the way. Lisa and Anna sat outside the cabin and waited, and then naturally chatted. But the chat went wrong. Lisa said this was the southern part of the United States, and Anna said it was the northern part of the United States. How could they have met when their locations were thousands of kilometers apart? Tom returned to the cabin. When he found out about Lisa and Anna's argument, Tom was confused, because he had always thought that this was the western part of the United States. Three people from different places. Why did they suddenly appear here? And where exactly is this place? They felt more and more that there was something strange going on, so they decided they couldn't just sit around, and the food they had was running out. Tom suggested that they go outside and look for a way out, but they hadn't gotten very far. Anna tripped over something. A bunch of dollars fell out of her. Tom wondered where she got the money from, but Anna wouldn't answer. Taking a closer look at the ground, it was a metal door covered by fallen leaves. Tom swung an axe and broke the lock on it. They find a passageway underneath. By the time the three of them get inside and observe, it's a standard bomb shelter. Seeing the display of canned goods and wine, the guys knew they had food. That's when Lisa noticed something new. Everything in the shelter was in German. Spreading out the German map and doing some research, it was concluded that this was Poland during World War II. This was a surprise to everyone. This forest belonged to the United States, but how did it become Germany? Anna asked Lisa why she knew German. Lisa said her father was German, but he died on the battlefield. Then her mother remarried an American. That's why she knew both languages. Anna felt the same way, because her father died in the war, and she was also an orphan. Then a few people did not dare to stay and continue on the road, but just as they stepped out they saw the cabin not far away. This is obviously not logical. It was clear that they had gone in a straight line when they set out, but why did they go back?